Hey guys, this is Ian. I'm over here in the Southeast Asia tropics working on Japanese trucks like that one right here, what you see. That is a Suzuki multi-van, as they call it, and it's part of the KEI, Kai subcompact category of Japanese vehicles. I love them, and I'm here just working on the beach with my small family, and we just tore this down. And we're going to do some observations. So I'll use this as kind of my notebook that I can look back if I need to see what did the engine look like when it came out of the vehicle. And I have cleaned it up here. I have the cylinder head, I have the block, we have the crankshaft, we have the crankshaft bearings, we have the pistons, and we have the piston connection rod bearings there. Let's look at it as best as we can and see what observations can we make. So I found two screws loose here. These were just coming up, and they would have been completely unscrewed if they were let to sit there too much longer. This cylinder head was really badly out of adjustment, like millimeters out of adjustment, and so I adjusted that, but maybe because of that bad adjustment, one thing I noticed was that on cylinder 3, there's it looks like valve tapping, hitting. So the valves could be bent in 3. So, but I can't see any physical marks where they hit, or maybe it's just a little too carbonized to really see, but I definitely have to be aware that there could be some bent valves in here. Another observation I made was that, okay, so a number 3, it's nice and clean, see that? And it's because it's not like cylinder 2 or cylinder 1, because that's water, steam cleaning, getting through the head gasket and cleaning the piston head. So that's one thing. We know we had a bad head gasket. I think it's a bad head gasket. It could be maybe something else. So I also have to have this head pressure tested to make sure there's no cracks internally that is releasing water into the combustion chamber. Okay, let's look over here at the crankshaft. So the crankshaft is right here. So look at crankshaft journal number 1. There's tangible wear and visible. And look at this beat up, pitted, scored bearing. And that's pretty much the same story on all of them. Scoring, pitting. Now the pitting could be either from water, or this engine also had experienced an electrolysis from bad grounding, and it was sitting with its battery cables attached, and it was grounding out for months, and it caused considerable damage in the electric system. And it could be also maybe because these metals are less noble than the rest of the engine, these were taking the corrosion more, which actually would have been a saving grace, because that's what the bearing's job is, to take the wear and not the more precious crankshaft journals. But these will definitely still need to be ground down. Look at this one right here. This one is just terrible. That's a connection rod, a number 2. That corresponds to these bearings. Just look at them thrashed bearings right there, pitted and thrashed. And there are no bearings that are the exception to this. The nicest looking bearings are going to be this one right here, and those are not too pretty anyways. So definitely going to have to regrind these camshafts and get undersized bearings. And another thing we can look at here too is that there is some scuffing on the pistons themselves, and not well. I mean, that looks concerning. However, on the cylinder walls themselves, you can also see corresponding vertical scuffs. You see vertical scuffs in there. And we're going to definitely oversize this by 0.25 or 0.5 millimeters. And we're going to put some quality parts in there. I'm going to get the best quality pistons and rings and gaskets and bearings that I can find. And then I'm going to reassemble it. And I'll have a follow-up video when this baby's all put together in its new rebuilt state. But until then, thank you guys for following along on this project. Cheers.